The U.S. continues to report a record number of coronavirus cases amid the rapid spread of the Omicron variant. Yesterday brought an all-time high of nearly 500,000 confirmed infections. NPR's Michaeline Duclef reports hospitalizations have also increased, but nowhere near as much as cases have.
In the past week, COVID cases have risen about 75%, largely because of the new Omicron variant, which spreads very fast. But hospitalizations have gone up only about 12%. Dr. Robi Bhattacharya at Harvard Medical School says this difference makes the Omicron variant look like it causes less severe disease. But for people who aren't vaccinated, data suggests Omicron is just as severe as earlier variants of the virus.
It's still going to find people who don't have immunity. And in fact, I think it's going to find them faster just because it spreads faster.
Thus, in the long run, Bhattacharya says the U.S. could have more hospitalizations during this surge than this initial data suggests. Michaeline Duclef, NPR News.
The Texas Juvenile Justice Department is requesting help from the state's National Guard amid fresh coronavirus outbreaks. Paul Flav of Texas Public Radio reports.
More than 24 staff at 5 secure youth detention sites in Texas have been diagnosed with COVID-19, facilities that have been criticized in the past for understaffing. The Justice Department launched an investigation into these facilities in October. The Texas Juvenile Justice Department requested help from emergency managers to keep staffing above minimum levels. The Texas National Guard says it provided a half dozen Guard members per 12-hour shift at 2 of the state's facilities Tuesday, with more help coming to other facilities later this week. State juvenile justice officials say guards will assist in transportation, meal service, medical assistance, and supply runs, but will not deal directly with youth. I'm Paul Flav in San Antonio.
President Biden is talking with Russian President Vladimir Putin on the phone this hour. The White House says Putin requested the call as tensions mount over Russia's troop buildup on the Ukraine border. Former Afghan President Ashraf Ghani says his decision to flee his country in August, when coalition forces were pulling out, was last minute, just after his security forces told him they could no longer protect him or the capital, Kabul. Ghani, who's now in exile in the UAE, says he understands being blamed for Afghanistan's fall to the Taliban.
The blame is totally understandable. What they rightly blamed me for, they were totally right, as I trusted in our international partnership and pursued that path. All of us made a huge mistake in assuming that the patience of the international community would last.
Ghani spoke on BBC. This is NPR.
Support for NPR comes from NPR stations. Other contributors include